find myself concerned. My friend called me recently and asked me to come round. Only now I can't find him. I'm Meek Nomicon, and it seems like we've all got tunnel vision. A friend I hadn't spoken to in months suddenly called me and asked me to grab my camcorder and come to his place ASAP. He said it was important, but he couldn't discuss it over the phone. Just as well, since he called around 3 AM. What person in their right mind goes to places at 3 AM? I need some better friends. But I just got finished with work, so I've decided to head over now, while it's still light enough for my camcorder to get clear images. You know, like the good friend that I am. I already took the time to come out here. I should figure out where he is. Okay, so there's no cowards in there. We can't immediately go home and leave him to it. The curtains are drawn. I can barely make out what's inside. So wait, does our friend actually live out here? I mean, I'm not criticizing. I love the creepy cabin in the wood aesthetic. Locked. Maybe there's a key lying around. Okay, so there's no doormat to hide under. Does the gnome have it? Oh, damn, you murdered the flamingo! I wonder where that flamingo's head has gone. Or maybe he bought it like this. Pretty grim looking either way. This rusted shirt. I can't open it. Okay, well I think I know where the flamingo's head is. Did you try and barbecue it? What a weird gnome. You know, that's not a weird gnome. That's a traumatized gnome. Can you see how shell-shocked he looks? You know what it is? I think he was there for the great flamingo beheading of '98. He witnessed the barbecue, he saw the murders, and now he's clearly just traumatized. I didn't know people even bought these things anymore. Huh? Wait a second. Oh, you did have my key. Thanks, buddy. This must be the key to the shed. I mean, I think there's some kind of screen on inside, right? That seems what that is. Right, let's head in. The key fits. Okay, let's see what's inside. What has he been doing with all this stuff? Where the hell is he? Oh, you've got a safe. Okay, so we need a 6-digit code. Oh, is it going to be the date? That's just a few days away. So, 16th of September 1996? We want 6 digits, so could be 091696? Let's try it. Guessing that was a no. Oh, did I do it backwards? Is it supposed to be date first? Is it still a no? Can't think of any other combinations. Okay, we'll leave it alone for now. The 7 of diamonds. The last missed message is from me. I guess I was the last person to call him. Ah, so we did try to let him know we're on his way. Wait, is that blood? I hope that's just pizza sauce. That is way too dark to be pizza sauce. What kind of pizza sauce do you have? Or maybe I just have weird pizza sauce. I don't know. It's a map of what looks like a tunnel system. Wait, what's that? It's a map of the world. It's covered with files, pins, and string. Okay, so we got another playing card. The 3 of clubs. The box is full of documents and news articles from foreign countries. I can't read any of these languages. Just what was our friend investigating? Sounds like a worldwide problem, whatever it is. No cable. It can only play VHS tapes. Okay, so there should be some lying around here then, right? Oh, another card. The 9 of spades. Okay, so we've got 9 of spades, 3 of clubs, and 7 of diamonds. So we're just looking for the heart. A bottle of anti-rust. This could be useful. Oh, so do I actually need to go get the flamingo's head from the barbecue? Looks like it's almost out of water. Looks like me a problem. Okay, we'll finish looking around and then we'll go use the anti-rust. So we have a good look at the actual computer part. I mean, it means he was here pretty recent, right? He's still got fairly fresh looking pizza. There's our last playing card, the 5 parts. Now I just need to find out where to use that. I mean, it can't be the pin code, because that'd be 8 digits if you converted all the shapes into numbers. It's just a cassette tape filled with bird calls. I didn't know. He did bird watching. You see, now I'm just starting to think about Cageface. I mean, this is the same dev that made the Cageface games. News report number 1. Police earlier this Friday identified the corpses of 2 men who were found within the local subway. The cause of death does not seem to be an accident of any kind, but rather a murder. Deliberate jabs with a sharp object, leaving deep wounds, were found on several body parts, such as the head and upper torsos of both men. Police investigators have been searching the area following the results of this autopsy, stating that the punctures are too large and deep to be caught. Wait, is this actually a game about Cageface? I mean, that would be his pickaxe, right? I mean, it makes sense with the bird calls and the subways. Is this a Cageface game? Oh, that's number 3. Where's number 2? An ongoing investigation into last week's double homicide has yet to turn up any leads. Patrol members responded to reports of a vehicle stuck in the water tunnel. The officer's last report to dispatch was that he was on the scene and was about to examine the car for occupants, noting that the car's windows had been smashed. After more than an hour of silence, additional units were sent to the tunnel, where they found Vods had been fatally stabbed near the driver's side of the stranded vehicle. The driver of the vehicle had also been fatally stabbed. The wounds matched those of the other unsolved incidents in the region. Damage to the tunnel wall suggests shots had been fired, although the angle makes it unclear what Vods was aiming at. I mean, Cageface was very tall. Rumours about a possible serial killer are running rampant throughout the county as police have identified a 3rd victim. There appears to be no direct relationship between the 3 victims. However, all 3 were murdered in tunnels or underpasses, and all 3 were fatally stabbed by unknown large objects. The first 2 autopsies also suggested traces of toxic gas in the victims' lungs, which has further baffled law enforcement. Citizens throughout the county are calling this mysterious killer the Tunnel Man, with theories of the killer's identity ranging from a disgruntled homeless man to a satanic cult. We'll report on the 3rd autopsy as soon as the results are released. In the meantime, all citizens are advised to avoid entering enclosed public spaces alone. You know, like mine shafts, don't go down there. A group of 4 criminals robbed a local city bank this week, attempting to use the city's sewer system for a getaway from the police response. In a surprising and tragic twist, what stopped the robber wasn't the police, but something else. When one of the robbers was caught escaping, the police searched the sewers and found a shocking sight. 3 of the robbers, along with 4 sewer workers, were found dead. Police have not been able to give much word, but they did mention that the deaths were particularly brutal. A shocking sight was discovered this weekend when construction workers went to check on the progress of repairs in a tunnel. 3 men were found dead, 2 of whom appeared to have been the victims of cold-blooded murder. There were clear signs of horrific mutilation with a large tool, leaving both traces of blunt trauma and deep stab wounds. The 3rd victim, however, found hidden in the entrance of the nearby manhole, showed no such wounds. Thorough inspections led police examiners to believe that his death was related to inhalation of toxic fumes. As of yet, it is still unclear who is behind these terrible deeds, nor where the deadly gas could have originated from. That's the last one. The Blackstone mines, which were closed back in the 1800s, has been recently reopened, have become the site of a horrible tragedy. Just this week, 2 teenagers who have yet to be identified snuck into the mines to engage in vandalism when one was killed and the other was hospitalized with an as of yet unknown illness. Local police are unsure whether the incident was accidental or if foul play was involved, but it has halted the mine's reopening. We might just have to close it up again, the mine supervisor said to us in an interview. Panic erupts outside the county sheriff's office as reports of a serial killer in 2 neighbouring states have been released. Details of the murders match those of the infamous Tunnel Man, whose reign of terror suddenly ceased 4 months ago. The killer is still at large, although police are suggesting this may be a copycat killer, as at least 2 of the murders happened within minutes of each other, despite being over 50 miles apart. The public is demanding that the sheriff increases patrols to ensure local public safety. The sheriff has described the situation as a nightmare for both public safety and an already understaffed police force. This is so cage-faced. Translation books, quantum theory, books on poisonous gases. Quite the interesting collection here. Password, hint, the man in my nightmares. So, Tunnel Man? There it is. Ooh, crime photos. So here's the subway then. Blackstone Mines, I remember you. Robinson Escape 1, oh, damn, I remember that scene! That was gnarly. It was a very pretty scene. I'm so happy right now. Okay, nice photos you got there. Anything in the emails? Wait, I want to check the trash bin. Okay, there's nothing in the trash. Email message. Message from a PI. I have to be careful, since this has officially been deemed a cold case and the evidence has been sealed away. It would take some planning to gather what you requested, but I am looking forward to comparing evidence and possibly solving this thing once and for all. There is scheduled maintenance of the records vault in a little over 2 months. That would be the best time for us to meet up. I will make copies of the case files that I can access once security is disabled, and you bring what you have. Response to PI. We both waited this long. A few more months will be fine. Just know that our friend Tweety isn't going to stop working while we wait, and neither will I, just in case something happens to me before the meeting. The most important items will be in the safe. Just find the video I told you about and check the date. To be safe, and keeping the tape hidden as well. Check the enclosed photos for a hint. Stay in touch, Sylvester. Oh, okay, so we can't actually get the safe code until we get the tapes. Oh, yeah, it's down there. Oh. Okay, so this is for the safe, right? That'd be 6 digits. So that would end up being... Oh, I've kind of forgotten it. I know it's the 7 of diamonds, the 5 of hearts, 3 of clubs. I think it was in the 8 of spades. So 8, 6, 3, 7, 2, 5. I'll make a note. I need to recheck the actual figures. So spade, 6, club, diamond, 2 heart. I mean, the 2 I'm confident about is the club and the diamond. It's the other 2 I'm iffy on. Red Cross report. Patient is the sole survivor of a military supply bunker. Identity unknown. Patient is barely coherent and keeps rambling about some accident that seems unrelated to the bunker attack. It is believed that the patient was attacked while in one of the bunker's tunnels and survived by hiding in a locker. Other bodies show blunt trauma and pierce wounds, but the patient is largely without injury. He was initially blamed for the attacks until it was found he had inhaled toxic fumes of unknown origin. Patient is afraid of certain sounds and keeps saying to watch for the Devil's Tunnel. Requested transport to a psychiatric facility and awaiting response. Subway survivor report. Patient is a young woman in her mid-20s who had found just outside the entrance of a new subway construction site. The police informed us that the patient may be the survivor of a mass murder in which 2 men were killed within the tunnel. The patient has inhaled toxic gas of unknown origin. She is unconscious but frequently mutters something about not getting too close to a tunnel to hell and to keep watching the walls. The initial prognosis is that this is a side effect of the gas and a possible sign of brain damage. Dr. Matheson says symptoms remind him of a case he handled back in his army days. With that case being classified, he said he will reach out to the detective on the case and see if they can get the medical reports declassified. Medical report, John Doe. Patient is a survivor of an attempted homicide at a local abandoned mine. It is believed he and a friend broke into the mine to drink, based on numerous empty bottles found at the entrance. However, the patient shows no signs of intoxication, and blood alcohol levels are normal. The patient has numerous wounds and has inhaled toxic fumes. He is conscious but delusional. staring at the walls and mumbling that the monster is coming for him. He also has recurring nightmares about the tunnels. These delusions are likely a combination of a location of the attack and possible brain damage caused by the fumes. Similarities to the recent case in a city subway reconstruction zone, approximately 30 miles from the mine, suggests this may be the work of the same suspect. Robert's medical report. Patient was admitted after being apprehended by police on suspicion of robbery and mass homicide. Initial examination shows numerous superficial wounds and lacerations, as well as some bruising and one broken bone, consistent of blunt force trauma. Gases were detected in the patient's lungs, which may explain his paranoid and incoherent nature. Keeps looking at the walls, as if looking for something, and muttering "no tunnel" before looking away. Additionally, patient has asked about 2 other individuals, which the police have identified as among the victims in the sewer, suggesting the patient is unaware of their deaths. Symptoms line up with other cases in the tri-state area, including what other hospitals have dubbed NDE, Nightmare Tunnel Syndrome. A seeming variant of the typical tunnels reported in near-death experiences, in which the patient believes they have seen through a tunnel into hell, and the devil will come for them through the walls. Excerpt from attorney's notes. Defendant was sent to us by the county's sheriff department after having been found in Blackstone Mine. He was suffering from hallucinations of tunnel opening in the walls and was barely coherent. Doctors found traces of carbon monoxide in his lungs and are having him evaluated for potential brain damage. Defendant is charged with trespassing, destruction of private property, and is a suspect in the death of another trespasser. Plaintiff suggests willingness to drop charges if investigation proves the murder was a third party, as this incident may have saved the lives of those scheduled to begin work at Blackstone. Nobody's going to buy the last sentence. These stupid Tunnelman murders have everyone on edge. They just don't want to admit it. Oh well, I'll fix this tomorrow. I mean, I can confirm it was all done by the Tunnelmen. And their tunnels to hell are very real. I mean, that's how he travels so fast. Final preparation. Okay, I've got the gun loaded with plenty of ammo. I also made sure to get new, quality batteries for my flashlight. I don't want to be that guy whose light dies 2 minutes in. Left a message for Mark to bring his camcorder, but didn't go into details. The detective can fill him in. Everything's in place and the safe is secured. So I guess that's it. Anyone reading this, I'll be waiting outside for you to get there. I've come too far to be that stupid horror movie protagonist that gets tricked to his own death. I mean, you don't need to be tricked. You're gonna die. There's no way around it. You just enter this tunnel, it's gonna kill you. Okay, so it's definitely the 5 parts. So we just need to check on the spades. I'm pretty sure it was 8, right? Oh, 9! Okay, so the actual code is there, 963 725. Perfect. Alright, so we'll pop outside and use the rust off, and then try the safe code again. So back up. Hi, buddy. Were you looking for my friend as well? Is that why you were there? Seems like the anti-rust loosened it. Oh, okay, so the code is not for the computer. That makes sense. 725. What a weird place to hide a VHS tape. I'd better take it, if it's that important. See, my question is, how did he manage to get the rust to cover it so fast to hide it? Anyway, we need to watch this tape. Alright, now let's see what's on this tape. He said to keep an eye on the date as well, right? That's probably going to be the code for the safe then. June 13th, 1987. Oh, we're back in the mines. HPs, are you there? Is it back at the beginning? Yeah, it is. It's restarted. I see you, buddy. Well, I saw your light. Alright, so. Save. So June 13th, 87. So 06, 1387. Newspaper from 1930. Tragedy struck a local mine yesterday when a routine demolition in a gas-contaminated section claimed the life of a colored middle-aged miner. Investigators revealed that he had not been warned that the demolition was to take place. The miner was found with his face crushed beneath fallen rocks, and it was thought he may have held the bird's cage in a desperate attempt to shield himself. In a strange turn of events, as men moved to recover the body, it had vanished from the rubble. Company officials emphasized that the blast had been planned for safety and that no other injuries were reported. The investigation into the circumstances of the miner's presence and his mysterious disappearance continues. So is that how he became Cage-Face? Because he was holding it, trying to protect his head, and now it's just melded together? Thank goodness the bird survived. Journal. Final entry. This may be my final entry. I received a tip that there are lights inside the old Blackstone mine, and someone heard whistling. He could be back. I need to follow up on this lead ASAP, or he could slip through our fingers. Detective, if you're reading this, come to Blackstone as soon as you can. I'll be staking out the entrance to verify if our Tweety is really inside. Blackstone mine? What was he doing there? Who's Tweety? Well, it's my best lead. I'd better take my car there. Partially redacted police report. Redacted was found deceased near the entrance of redacted mine. Autopsy shows a combination of toxic fumes and wounds, seemingly caused by the equipment inside. Records show that Redacted was a former employee of the mine and had survived an attack on a bunker in WW2, during which he had inhaled a similar gas. Medical reports from that time show that he had become obsessed with hallucinations, that tunnels could appear in walls. He was admitted to a psychiatric ward, but was later released after it was determined his psychosis was likely the result of inhaling the toxic fumes. Redacted left a note stating he was going back to the mine to confront his demon. His daughter immediately reported the note to the authorities, leading to the discovery of his body. I've been trying to figure out how the monster I saw is able to do the things he does. I know he gives off poisonous gas, and I know he's much stronger than a normal human. But after all the nightmares about him being able to pass through walls, I decided to see if there was a scientific explanation. After speaking with several psychiatrists about the possibility of instant travel, one of them mentioned a word that made sense. He asked if I was talking about wormholes. It turns out that there's this thing in quantum physics based on the Schrödinger equation that works just like a wormhole in science fiction. I don't understand everything he said, but supposedly a wormhole based on quantum tunneling would allow someone to go from one place to another in an instant. I'll have to go back and ask him more, but I need to be careful. If he knew I was talking about a monster I met in the mines, he probably would have security remove me and warn of all his friends. But I think I'm onto something. The detective is going to love this. So I think that's everything that's in here. Time to go to the mine then. I bet by the time we get there, he's already dead. I really don't know why the 16th was circled then. Time to get going. Is one here? I heard you break that twig. You'd better be waiting for me at those mines. What have you got yourself into? I really hope Sylvester didn't get himself in trouble. Sylvester? Seriously, that guy was always a child at heart. Although, he was different after they found him in some mine. I wonder if it's the same mine. And I wonder if he really did the smart thing and waited for backup. I bet no. I think he's gone in and he's probably already dead. Yeah, kinda guessed. How long has this police tape been here? I guess this place hasn't been touched for years. I mean, that tape looks very new. Better be careful. exploring this place. I hope he's okay. Did we meant to bring a flashlight? Oh, it seems like it. Damn it! He couldn't wait for me? He must be deep in the mine. Oh, I remember this fondly. I mean, there's a good place to hide if we need to. The crate is huge. You could practically hide inside it. You know, just remember that for later. Looks like the mine was still under construction before they shut it down. Huh? Was that him? He must be close. It seems like the generator's out of fuel. What a weird clock. What's it doing here? Nothing useful in here. This old generator is empty, though I can't imagine it's still working condition anyway. So, nothing here we can use? Wait, what's that light over there? That is a lot of fresh blood. Oh my god, what the hell happened here? Is this his flashlight? Where is he? Please don't tell me this blood is his. I mean, I think there's part of him here, there's a lot of him over here. Oh, and look, he goes all up the wall. Oh, hey, cage face! There's me as well. Oops. Mark's body was found a few days later in Blackstone Mine, with no sign of his friend or any clue of his whereabouts. Police have attempted to get in touch with the private investigator that the friend was in contact with, but it was discovered that he was a victim of a homicide 2 days earlier in a nearby highway tunnel. The case has gone cold. Do you reckon I could survive? Like, when I found the blood, if I turned around immediately, do you think I could get out without getting murdered? I'm gonna test it. Okay, so you can't turn back as soon as you find the blood because it locks you on that screen until you investigate and get murdered. But I'm just thinking, can we just leave before we even find the blood? I mean, we've already said that the mine is coming apart. I've gone too far to leave now. I've made my choice. Let's just hope it isn't a really stupid one. It is. There is absolutely no way to save this guy's life. Oh well. At least he died by cage face, so that makes everyone happy. Well, I hope you enjoyed your time here. If you did, please like this video and subscribe to this channel. Now have a speak day and catch you next time, guys.